having some 1940s vibes going on with today's look. These are all natural curls. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, I've been eating better lately and I've noticed that my nails have been growing out, my hair has been getting really curly, so I'm all about that life. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you do not know who I am, my name is Katie, and on Tuesdays I have been doing readings in general. I did a lot of pick a card readings, but last week and this week I've been wanting to take a look at like unsolved mysteries and eventually true crime kind of stuff. But the Onision and the Kai story has been so popular within kind of like YouTube's community lately that it was really important to me to want to start off this potential series with this story, especially because one of my favorite journalists, Chris Hansen, covers this story. If you haven't seen his live videos, which I'm sure a numerous amount of you have who have come to see this particular reading, I'm sure you guys have seen those videos. So, but anyway, I already did a reading last week on Onision where I kind of talked through the timeline on like Onision's past, just kind of giving you guys the idea on what I'm understanding so far, because I really haven't been following this story too closely. It's just been a topic that I haven't found myself needing to go and take a look at. And I think because if anything, it makes me a good candidate to do this reading because I don't have a really super detailed, like logical understanding of what's going on. But I do like to tell you like what's known so far so that when we have the idea of what the public knows, the cards can help us get potential insight. Remember, this is alleged and entertainment insight into, you know, what's going on behind closed doors. If you want to see like a more in-depth timeline on my understanding, I suggest you go take a look at my Onision reading first. But if you're interested in seeing like Kai's perspective on everything, then this is the reading for you. I'm just lighting my candles that I light for all of my readings. Gives my opportunity for me to connect with the energy, to connect with my spirit guides, and it just ends up leading into a more like in-depth and intense reading. So anyway, I will give you guys kind of a brief synopsis on what I understand Kai's involvement is in this story. In the last reading, I did touch on Kai a little bit because I had a few questions like is he like actively involved in this grooming technique, or is, you know, he kind of an innocent bystander in all of this? Is he also being pressured into doing these things as well? And when I was looking at the cards, the answer was yes, that he has a lot of care for Onision and he feels like it's gotten in too deep at this point. And unfortunately, he feels like he's doing a lot of the damage control to help support Onision. There was some speculation that Onision would potentially throw him under the bus, but overall, my cards were telling me that Kai is actually supporting Onision financially. So, you know, who knows what the real deal is. I did also say that there could be potentially another female coming forward regarding some information that needs to be shared that's going to take this case to like the next level. They haven't come out yet, to my understanding. At this point in which I'm filming it, there hasn't been anything coming out yet. And so the timeline that I understand with Kai's involvement is that after Onision was like getting ready to finish dating Shiloh, he sent out a tweet that said something like, "Soulmate, where are you?" And then Kai at the time, I think they were known as Lanybot or Taylor or something like that, they came through saying, "I'm here." And so the two of them got to chatting online, and then eventually they would develop a relationship where at the time Lainey would go off to college and the two of them would be living together in secret when his parents originally thought that he was living in a college dorm. After that, I understand that they eventually got married. They did end up eventually having children together. And then Lainey changed to Kai and started to transition from female to male. And at that time, he was bringing in extra people into the relationship between he and Onision, and trying to, I think that the understanding was that he was the one that was developing these relationships with these people, and then Greg, or Onision, was the one that was kind of pressuring them into either having intimate relations with Greg or into full-on dating the two of them at the same time. And this happened with a few people. I remember reading that it happened to Billy, and then I think it happened to Sarah after she was of age. That could be wrong. Don't take my word for it. I'm just explaining to you what I understand so far so that it kind of makes sense when I'm doing this reading. You guys know what to expect. So, yeah, and so like I said in the last reading, I was seeing in the cards that they were saying that there was an extra person that is currently still with Kai, but they haven't come out as of yet, but they can in the near future. So that's kind of where things are. So now I'm going to be taking a look with some cards today at Kai's situation. Which deck do I want to use? Last time I used the Otherkin Tarot, and today I'm feeling pulled to use Morgan Greer Tarot. I will leave a link in the description box if you guys are interested in seeing what that looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the cards, and I will just start pulling and explaining what I get. You know what? Oh, I had a few fall. Hang on. Before I flip these over, I am feeling called to pull some oracle cards. So let me pull these first. Definitely anxiety. I did get a month that just popped up. I'm feeling like heaviness in my chest, which is telling me that Kai is definitely going through a lot of anxiety and mental issues at the moment. Okay, I had a few things fly out, so let's see what these are. So we've got the month of April. So I feel like in April of this next year, April in 2020, we're going to be seeing a huge shift in this case. It could be in relationship to YouTube taking action, or this could also be when the female that I was saying, the female character in this story, comes out and kind of tells their side of the story. This could also be Kai having some kind of separation from Onision. I don't really know. Yeah, okay. So the other cards that I pulled out, I'm gonna have to look at the cards in further detail in order to understand what exactly April means. But the other two oracle cards that I pulled were Fly, a period of ill health and depression, very obvious at this point in time, and then also Vine, seek information that will help you. So I think that this is telling me that Kai is looking to get out, to remove themselves from, this situation with Onision and his attachment to Greg. I think that we're going to see some major progress in April for sure. So the two tarot cards that flew out, okay, yeah. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups in the upright paired with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So for me, this is confirming what I said before, which was that Kai really does have a huge romantic feeling and connection still to Onision. I think that he feels that they are still soulmates. The Two of Cups in general is the card that represents the lovers. It represents soulmates. It can also represent twin flame. And so for those that don't know what twin flames are, those are people, souls that come into this life that are the mirroring energetically to the other person. So this could be like your polar opposite. Now the thing with twin flames is that either the relationship when they're together works very well, or it really goes wrong. It really goes horribly, badly wrong. And so there's a very good chance that Kai and Onision could end up being twin flames, and they're teaching each other very particular lessons in life because of the way that they've had their relationship with one another. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is telling me that there is a karmic cycle that is being broken by this relationship coming together and ending. There is some kind of issue I'm getting here with health issues, so like mental health issues in general, but also it's about breaking the cycle of dependency, codependency. And this is something that in numerous past lives Kai has struggled with before. And so this moment in time for him is representing his opportunity to break free of this cycle. So let's go ahead and shuffle more and see what else we get. Okay, yeah, I feel like we had this pop up before. Seven of Cups in the upright. This is a card that represents like distractions, living in a fantasy world, not being able to make a specific decision on the route that they want to be taking. And so I think that that's kind of the headspace that he's in. In general, I know that he's wanting to protect multiple people, and that's why he isn't coming out with any specific information just yet. I think that he's trying to formulate a plan that's going to be able to allow him to exit the scenario, exit this relationship in the way that does the least damage to anyone, because he still has a lot of feelings and caring for Onision, but I think that he's obviously seeing that something is not right here. Okay, let me pull a few more cards. Yeah, Five of Cups in the reverse, not wanting to abandon him. Fear of abandonment in general, and there's something here having to do with a past life, and that fear and an issue with abandonment has carried through with him into this one. We do have the Tower in the reverse. So like I said, the last time around we had the Ten of Wands, and I was saying that was drama or energy is about to explode. There's something is about to pop. Tower in the reverse is the same thing, where if he doesn't take any action anytime soon, something is going to happen. The universe is going to take over, basically, and information will either be leaked, or information is going to be leaked, whether it's coming from Onision or from this other female character that he is having a relationship, Kai. That's just what I see. And then the Temperance card that we pulled here as well, this is about wanting to find balance, wanting to wait until there's like an opportune moment. There's something specific that he's waiting for, that he feels like would be like the key that would allow him to move forward and move on past this relationship. It's like he's waiting for someone to give him permission to leave. There's still a little bit of fear-based, like I said, because there's this fear of abandonment, likely pulled over from a past life. But I think that he's worried about destroying Onision. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want Onision to be destroyed. Much rather, he just wants out. He just wants to be, he doesn't want any kind of involvement with this. And I think that there's so much. The funny thing though is that the kids aren't even coming through. I mean, I could see it kind of in the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, because the 5 in tarot represents the Hierophant, and that is the card that represents marriage, traditional values, religion, anything that has to do with like societal norms. And because it's in the reverse, even though they do have this very unconventional relationship, so to say, there's still a part of him that appreciates the value of a traditional relationship. And so he doesn't want to just leave this person unless there's very good reason to do so. I did just pull out the Moon. So Kai could be an intuitive individual. They could be a water sign. I didn't even look this up, so I don't know. They could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, because we do have quite a few cards that have cups in here, and cups represent emotions, they represent intuition, that kind of a thing. So there could be something with that where intuitively he's feeling like this isn't the right time. But yeah, I want to take a better look at what's going on with this female character. I kind of want to understand a little bit more why, and then see if we can get some connection to April as well. I feel like this female character, they actually didn't meet online. This is someone that they met in person with. They're not currently together. We do have the Hermit here, and then we also have the High Priestess in the reverse. So there's specific information that he's holding back, something that he's protecting by not being with this particular person. There's information that's being held back. It's like he damning information. It's like the kind of information that's going to put Onision away, kind of information. Who is this female character? That's what I want to know. Shackling, being shackled with the Nine of Swords. There's information potentially that Onision has over Kai, and that's probably why he's pushed this female character out of his life. The Seven of Pentacles is waiting for something to come into light, waiting for his seeds that he's planted to be harvestable, to whatever, you get what I'm saying. But action, he's waiting for the right time, especially with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is the action card. Like, well, both the swords and the wands can represent action. Wands more so action in like a passionate, creative sense, and it also represents like actual travel. So again, this is like his planning to leave, but he's waiting for the opportune moment. He's waiting for his seeds to be harvestable. He's waiting for the right time. The Nine of Swords again confirms the fly, the period of ill health or depression. That is my depression card. But he's got a plan. It seems like he's very smart. I think that he has an understanding on what he's doing, or at least he's taken the time to make an accurate plan that he feels like is gonna be the safest way in order for him to exit the scenario. He specifically pushed out that female character, the female relationship that he has on the side. He pushed her out of his life in order to protect her. And I can't tell, I think it kind of feels like, I think that might be I think that's what that is what I said in the past reading, where I feel like she's going to have that information that's going to pop. They both have really important information that will explode a lot of drama. Yeah. Okay, so there's a tweet. There's some kind of an instant message. There's some kind of an internet explosion that's going to happen. The 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands in the reverse. This is my like quick messaging, quick communication. It's my internet card. So this card pops up when I know that someone is going to be contacting another person via the internet. It's in the reverse. So again, I think that both Kai and this female character, they potentially have information that they will either choose to release online, or one of them will. I think that the female character is getting close to wanting to do that in order to safely get Kai out of there. But I think that that's potentially what we might see in April, is that, not necessarily, I am getting the word manifesto, but I don't feel like it's like that. I think that it's like his experience, his personal statement is the word that I want to go with. So let's pull a few more cards and then we'll call it a reading. And again, if you guys are interested in this, if you want me to cover any specific topics, let me know. If you are interested in doing like a live discussion on all of this, I'd be happy to pull more cards in the future. There's that female character again with the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Cups next to it. This is a relation, again, this is a confirming relationship that Kai and this female character are having. It's not currently, this is new to me. It's not current. I mean, they had relations in the past, but it's not, they're not currently dating. Why was that so difficult for me to get out? Whatever. Let me pull out another few cards. Yep, Lovers, Sun, nice. Okay, we have the Lovers, the Sun, and the Knight of Swords is my final 3 cards. This is good. I think that what this is saying is that Kai is eventually going to be able to get out of this entrapment with Onision. I feel like Kai and the female character will eventually go off on their own ways. The Sun is a really positive card to be getting, especially next to the Lovers. I mean, if you look at it in this particular deck, you can see that they both have like two lovers in there with one another. Like they're two people embracing, right? Knight of Swords in the reverse, for me, this feels like this is Onision, you know, the immature character in this story. Swords represents someone who's like mentally intelligent. This would represent to me that they wouldn't be having their things going their way. But like I said the last time around, I feel like Onision, unfortunately, I don't think he would get much jail time, but I do feel like he would at least get off of the internet. And I think that it's gonna start with Kai and this female character coming out and exposing their statement, their story, like I said, online. And it's in the reverse. All of these things are in the reverse, which is telling me that it's imminent, but it has yet to happen. April is going to be a really important month, and I think that that's when they've done all of this research and they're going to be starting to expose Onision. So that's going to do it for today's reading. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If there are any particular cases or people that you would like me to take a look at with the cards, let me know. If you're interested in getting to know more about me, I do post videos also on Saturdays. Lately, I've been talking about my personal health journey and what I'm doing to fix my own autoimmune Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Or you can catch up with me on Instagram, where I do daily readings on my stories. So be sure to come check me out there and we can chat. Yeah, and also be sure to like this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to do a live discussion, and that'll do it. So thanks you guys for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.